Hello everyone, I am Sushree Shrabani from the Physics Department of Machine Tech University. I'm about to present on surface reconstruction and electronic transitions in bismuth-substituted iron garnets. Our topic that we are trying to focus on is Faraday rotation, which is the difference in absorption of light in less circularly polarized light and magneto-optic element or samples. Recently, we have studied that when the sample is really small, that is below 100 nanometer thickness, there is a 7 to 10-fold increase in the Faraday rotation. Using different models, we found that when the G is proportional to the distance from the air surface interface, the magnification happens, and it's mostly in 4 nanometer zone from the surface air interface. To address that issue, we did two types of measurement till now. One is XAS, which is X-ray absorption fine structure spectroscopy, and the other one is STEM analysis. The XAS was done in two parts. One is for TEY, which is total electron yield, to see the surface electronic structure or the surface ion spectrum of the sample, and TFY, which is total fluorescence yield, which would see the bulk structure or bulk transitions of ion. And the XMCD is the difference between the right and left circularly polarized light. The reason we use right and left circularly polarized beam here, because our sample is a magnetic material, and this makes it more sensitive and to know its features. Something to see is there is an extra peak in the TEY of RCP that is not there in any of the XAS. Now, that's something interesting in XAS spectrum. The second interesting thing about XMCD is that the L2 transition is almost negligible compared to L3 in surface. And also the structure of the L3 of the surface is different from the structure of the bulk. So this is something that we are trying to address of why those things are happening. The STEM results also show that there is some sort of distortion or deformation from the bulk when we go towards surface, which should be obvious. But when we do the analysis, we see that the ions do not exactly vanish from their place, but rather get displaced, and the lutetium also does something like that. We can see in these graphs. Now, so we know that there is something very much different in between surface and the bulk. So our next agenda is to model or do DFT analysis or crystal structure and figure out how the density of state changes from surface structure to the bulk structure, and then analyze a little bit more about how it is related to our Faraday rotation. Thank you for listening.